All right, we got the women's semifinals set, and the Iga show is still on the road. Number 32, matches won in a row. Can anyone stop her? That's been the question coming into this tournament, and it is still the question. At the beginning, I would have been surprised if she didn't win the tournament, but now I would say I'd be shocked if she didn't win the tournament. She's just been that good. She's had a few tighter matches actually lately, but with the rest of the field remaining, she is the absolute clear, by far favorite, and we're just going to see if anyone can take her out. But we're going to break down these matchups with Kasatkina, who might have something to say. She's been playing well, and then possibly Coco Gauff in the final has the tools to beat her. So let's break down these matchups in the slice presented by PointsBet Canada. Let's get into it.
He's playing a galactic.
She's been too good, too often.
Oh, it's out to this world.
How's that for quality on clay?
Well, welcome back to the show, people. I'm Stephen Boughton. If you're new here, subscribe and like this video. It really helps us out. And that way you won't miss any more of our coverage of the ATP and WTA tours here on the internet. The slice is presented by PointsBet Canada during the French Open, and they have an amazing sign-up bonus for Ontario bettors in Canada, so check that out. The outright odds to win now, just to put the likelihood of winners in perspective here. We did this at the beginning of the week. Iga Swiatek, 103 or 1.3 to win times your money. So terrible value there if you're betting on Iga, but also maybe like a guaranteed 30% on your money. Corey Gauff, 5.50 to win. Corey isn't Coco. Daria Kasatkina next at 11, and Martina Trevisan at 21, which is probably a little disrespectful for the veteran Italian who's playing super well. So yeah, where are we at? This tournament's been, on the women's side, has been the tournament of the draw blowing up, especially in the bottom half. A lot of the top seeds, like Ons Jabeur, someone who had, probably a lot of people thought would be making the final or at least the semifinals, going out in the first round. So that's pretty par for the course for previous slams on the women's side, but it doesn't make it any less interesting. And we got some players in the semifinals who have had great runs and are flying high on confidence right now. And yeah, it's pretty amazing to look at these four names and see them here. One of them makes total sense, Swiatek. We all knew that she was going to be here. The other ones are a little bit more surprising and a delightful run for them. So how they've gotten here. Swiatek beats Jessica Pegula in the quarterfinals, and Jessica Pegula, playing great, made the Madrid final. Swiatek, I felt like it was actually closer than 6-3, 6-2. Like Pegula was able to, hits big, hits clean, and it was frustrating Swiatek in a few ways from the parts of the match that I saw today. Swiatek was missing a bit more and getting a little bit animated, but makes it through 6-3, 6-2. Winners win, find a way to get it done. So not much of a story there. Kasatkina comes through Kurtamatova, Kasatkina, great run for her, finding better form now since best form she's probably played with in the last few years. Looked a little bit nervous closing that one out, but how could she not be? She's in the semifinals now, so great run for her, playing with confidence. And then Trevisan, Martina Trevisan takes out Leylah Fernandez, Canadian, heartbreaker for us, but in a very tight match where Leylah was injured. Trevisan had to play very good to get through it though, because Leylah was still playing good. And she's super dangerous. She's a veteran clay court player, and she's done well at the court. She made it to the quarterfinals before at the French Open, but this is her first time in the semifinals. And we got Coco Gauff taking out Sloane Stephens 7-5, 6-2 in the quarterfinals. And what can you say? Coco Gauff, the mature 18-year-old. This feels like she's been on the tour for such a long time after her breakout at like 15, 16. But she's now poised. Semifinals, has the tools to get it done here on clay. So very juicy potential final matchup with Swiatek if they both get through. Now, if they both get through, let's talk about the matchups. Swiatek versus Kasatkina. They've played a number of times before. They've already played, this is their fourth match this year, and Daria hasn't won more than 3 games in a set. So it's been one-way traffic. They played in the 2 Middle East tournaments, the second one where Swiatek's streak started, and I can't really imagine her winning this match. I could see her doing a little bit more because nerves could become a thing now for Swiatek, but we aren't sure if Swiatek still has nerves to get nervous with. So we'll have to see how that goes. Will she get nervous coming out to like get another French Open and now that she's on this massive win streak, it'll be, if she wins this, her 33rd match in a row. Will something throw Swiatek off her game? Based on what I've known with Kasatkina, I can't really imagine her game doing that much. She doesn't have the most power. She has a nice all-around game, but I don't know what would beat Swiatek at this point, but I don't know if it's this type of game style that's going to get it done. So I'm taking Swiatek in 2 sets for sure. Yeah, that's just what I see there. Don't see much in it. Kasatkina, though, great run. Swiatek to the final, in my opinion. Then we got Trevisan versus Gauff. Trevisan, I really liked what I saw in the quarterfinals against Fernandez. Her forehand is a thing of beauty. It's a lefty, obviously. She can hook it hard off the court, the can opener. She can also serve out wide, the can opener. And she can hit from up the line or out wide on her forehand and hit clean winners from basically anywhere on the court. So that's really nice. Her backhand, though, is a little bit weaker. So Coco Gauff, being the ultra athlete, having strength on both wings and her serve, I feel like if she's healthy, she's going to be able to find the weakness in Trevisan's game and exploit that, and also defend super well against the Trevisan forehand. So I'm taking Gauff as the strong favorite to come through, but she's a lot less experienced than Trevisan, so that could be a factor. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, my prediction, Coco Gauff coming through versus Swiatek in the final, which would be an absolutely tasty final, would it not? Looking at the odds in the matchups, Iga Swiatek versus Kasatkina, 1.1 to Kasatkina, 7.25. Coco Gauff, 1.34 to Martina Trevisan, 3.30. So not really shocking predictions from me like I had against Nadal Djokovic, where I picked Djokovic to win, and now I'm getting roasted for it. Fair enough. But favorites, Coco Gauff, Iga Swiatek to make it through to the final, which would be a great final with 2 of the young absolute mega stars on the WTA. So that would be great. What do you guys think? Do you have any other predictions than me? That's where we're at going into the final of the women's side of Roland Garros. And we're just going to see how the chips fall. I'll be back for a finals preview. Wait till then. I can't wait for the semifinals tomorrow. Let's get around it, and stay tuned to the Slice for any more news you need covering Roland Garros, pro tennis, behind-the-scenes videos, anything like that. Click the links below, and we will see you next time here, guys, on the channel.
Oh, he's playing a galactic level.
She's been too good, too often.
Oh, it's out to this world.
How's that for quality on clay?